Okay, hello. I'm going to talk about this stuff. We have another slide saying the same thing. There's a reason for that. We get to that. About me. I'm Ruben Koster. I'm on the Technical Oversight Committee, the lead for the Foundation Infrastructure Working Group. I've been doing this stuff for a long time. You can find me on the internet. And my picture gets better if I make it smaller. Okay. But I have a co-speaker. Unfortunately, there was no holographic projector. So, yeah, this is what you have to do it with. So, thanks for producing all the slides and everything, and for not yet replacing me. You can also find that thing, I guess. I don't know what we refer to these, on the internet as well. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. I was gonna ask my co-author to, while we're talking, please look on the internet for any social media coverage and update the plugin with a PR. So go do that. So while working on that, I will go back to the slides. Yeah, there's a problem. You always have to start with a problem. According to AI, it's messy, multiple manual steps to go from an idea to code and build and deploy. I don't know. But I do know about these coding tools. I've tried a lot of them because people are saying they are going to replace us, and I want to know what all this is about. They are not replacing us. They can do pretty good things, but you need to provide them with a lot of context. It's all about the context, right? More context gives better results. Otherwise, they just go off on their own and do something crazy. So keeping them on track is hard, and constraining them enough to not go berserk, I guess. But yeah, so if you just run something like this locally, there's a lot of context missing, right? For example, CI/CD is a mechanism to provide feedback, which would be really useful to feed back into repeatable environments, consistent environments. Like I've seen them just go, oh, I missed this tool. I will just go install this on your system and it will change everything. It's not repeatable, right? Like you're missing a thing, or it has, you're debugging a deployment of Kubernetes, like I was doing, and it also had access to the Kubernetes. And instead of fixing my deployment script, it went to just go rogue on the Kubernetes to fix the thing there. I had it in a working state, run my script again, it's broken again, right? Like these types of things, that is the hard part. So yeah, I don't know, and then we jump to, what if we have teammates that lived inside Cloud Foundry, I guess. So the big idea, can we deploy Cloud Foundry app revisions from natural language prompts by running AI agents in a CF container? Because CF containers are nice sandboxes. Using your existing deployment workflows. I don't know what that means, but it's there, right? Like AI-generated slides. I wanted to have it out there that people know. There's some garbage sometimes, but there's also good things. I don't know about this. Let's see. Local. I mean, building reliably, like the results get dramatically better if you have access to your, for example, if you're building a Go app, if you have Go Please, right? Like it can integrate with that. It can do live syntax validation, it integrates, and then it can just fix things instead of just guessing something and then finding out later in your build process that the syntax was wrong, right? Like these things can be caught quickly by an AI if it has the feedback mechanisms available. Same for deploying, if it like has access to the CF environment, right? Like using CF as a feedback mechanism, all these things, we have really opinionated processes actually in build packs and stuff like that, which would provide really valuable feedback mechanisms for AI to produce better or coding, agentic AI coding agents, whatever, to produce better results. Yeah, like, so you have something generated by your AI, but it's disconnected from your deployment environment, so you have still these manual steps or your CI or whatever to actually validate what was built. And then this one I thought is actually funny because we talked about the stacks earlier today, but you also have like these basically unmaintained apps, right? Like the developer team has moved on. It's running there, it's in a state, you don't know where the source code is even, like, can we still update it, right? Like, you need to make changes to it, but how, right? Like, this is an interesting potential avenue to look at. I mean, like, ideally you have source control, but if you don't, right? Like, what if all of that is gone and you still have this thing that is important and you need to keep updating it? Like, so, we need safe environments to experiment with AI-generated changes. Yeah, I don't want it to just go berserk and find stuff. I mean, find my GitHub access keys and go do stuff on GitHub. I want to control what it has access to. Yeah, this is more of the same, I guess. The point, I think, is clear. So there's a solution, because I think at this point in the talk, you need to come up with a solution. The CF prompt CLI, which translates a natural language prompt into a revision built and deployed through CF. The developer runs a prompt via the CLI. CF spins up a sandbox container, just a Diego container. It's currently just using an app and starting and stopping it because I couldn't get tasks, CF tasks to actually produce output, logging output on Corifi. The agent edits the source code, creates a new revision, just pushes a new package. And then this revision validated using that is not implemented, but I think it's like that we want, right? Like you eventually want to get to that state where you can use the power of buildpacks to actually validate what was built before deploying it. And then it's deployed, not tested. Because what could go wrong? Again, I guess that's what you get when you generate your slides. There's a lot of repetition, but that's good. It's isolated in containers, reproducible, kinda, except for we have AI, which is totally not reproducible, which we are gonna see later today in my demo, which is almost. And we have minimal developer friction, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I already taught this. But it would be great, right? Like if you could just say, can I just update these dependencies, right? Just do it, fix it, and nothing can go wrong. But I mean, these agentic coding agents will get better over time, and they are improving. So it's about giving it the tools to actually make these changes in a safe manner, right? And like most of that is already there with the source code and the build packs, right? Like if we have those things and we combine it, we probably can get to a state where this is safe to do. Yeah, that we talked about. Now we're gonna get to the fun part. Okay, who's ready for a live demo? Okay, I'm not. So we have an app. So I pushed in Hello World app, which is just, I mean, I can show it. It's just a Go app, but we don't even have to look at the source code, right? So let me, by the way, see what, oh, here. So my co-speaker, while we're talking, has been started looking at this stuff. It's it's already done. So it ignored the look for 20 minutes. So I mean, that's what you get when dealing with AI. I wanted to show. It's definitely lazy, right? I asked it specifically, but I mean, not specific enough. So yeah, we have an Hello World. Yeah. And so I already ran the prompter init, which deployed a test prompter app, which is stopped, right? That's important. And then we're gonna do a CF prompt So I thought as a first step, do something simple. Something like this. Wait, no, that's too small. Needs bigger, but I think I need a split here. Oh, I already have a split. Wait, this is worse. But now it's really at the bottom. It's not great. Okay, there it goes, right? So what it's doing, it's installing open code, right? Open code is the thing that's powering all of this, which is open source. It's creating a CF client. It's finding the current instance, finding the latest package for that instance, downloading the package. Then it's running at the source or looking at the source code, creating a new package, and then I can do look at the prompts, right? So we can see here that there's a new revision which was run with this prompt. So I can do a prompt push for the test app and then push that revision, right? So now it's staging. Yeah, sorry. But I thought I add dots so it's not that like it looks like it's faster. Also it's Go, so it will be faster. I mean, nothing about against this JavaScript thing, but I mean, you might not always need the waiting music, right? So hey, look, we have a thing. Success, right? That was a lot of complicated stuff to make a string change. So yeah, so I found this website, blog post was on Hackers News, let's say the least amount of CSS for a decent looking site. I mean, that sounds like something we need, right? So I thought do this, right? Update the app to return proper HTML, applying minimal styling as suggested in this. Okay, go do that, right? I don't know how many of these we need. How many prompts do you all want to see before you're convinced that this is the future? It's like, okay, well, we're gonna see. Like, you probably want to keep going till it fills, right? Like that's the, yeah. Okay, I mean, it's doing a thing here. Look, it's doing a web fetch.
So we're vibe pushing.
Hmm? Yeah, vibe pushing, definitely. No, it didn't find Go, right? So this is what we were talking about with the build packs, right? Like here, ideally, you would have an MCP something that would be able to get those build packs in to bring in dependencies, right? But I mean, it was not, but it still, I think, produced something. Let's see. Yes. So at this point, I felt this was too much work, right? So for the next one, I actually had vibe coding stuff at a -- push flag, so we can do this in one. Yeah, that's the idea. No healthy upstreams. I mean, it's not doing a rolling deployment, but it is styled now, right? So then next, I had this idea of maybe we need like a map. And let's add my new -- push flag. Right, so I'm just giving like a link to the general Cloud Foundry landing page for this event. This could be quicker if I would pre-install open code somehow. It's finding our app again. Web fetch, not a web fetch. Look here, venue travel. It's doing the right thing. basically Josh's presentation, but without the typing a lot. So yeah, also that one. Oh, I'm missing that one as well. That's, look, that's where we are. I mean, you can continue, but I mean, how am I on time? Yeah? Good. Then I will, we went down the route and ended up with unicorns at some point, right? So that's where this can go, so we stop here. But yeah, that's the general idea. So in this instance, we used open code, but there are many more of these agentic coding things nowadays. Probably every week there's a new one. It produces new revisions. These get staged using the Buildpack, and then you end up with a new app. But this is the big thing. I think we need something like code gen packs or prompt packs like Buildpacks, where we can start packaging these like agentic coding tools in opinionated manner, right? With all the direction that we or the context we want to give them to be productive on Cloud Foundry. And I think that there's a big opportunity with Cloud Foundry for that. We already have the Buildpacks, we already have the containers. People are building these coding agents. Can we put that together, have an opinion about it, and make this just work, right? Can we go from CF push to CF prompt? Because actually the feedback mechanism is really great. I mean, it's weird to use packages and not have source control, right? Like, so probably there's also a bit of a gap. Ideally, we probably want some sort of source control interface, maybe to CF, more durable, because I think currently you only keep like a few, maybe 5 revisions or something. But yeah, that I think is the big idea. And sure, there's some interface. I don't know what this is gonna look like, but something like that, right? Like but it's more about getting the need across and showing what that could look like. The CLI plugin that I showed is open source. Would be really good to, yeah, there it is. So there you can download it. And yeah, let's talk about what we can do with these prompt packs. Questions?
Do we need to write tests about the generated code?
No, that's the beauty. They are not needed. No. You just have to vibe it, right? Like if you feel it, it works. It runs. Yeah. So no tests, just feelings.